see, for instance, Andrew Cuomo saying 4,000 ventilators. What am I going to do with 4,000 ventilators? I need 30,000. Take the 4,000, Governor Cuomo. It's a start. I understand from Dr. Birx, Ambassador Birx, on the president's coronavirus task force, that there are still available hospital beds in New York, still available ICU space and ventilators. I understand. It's my city has been hurt, and people are really afraid. But let's get on the same page when it comes to telling the American people what we're doing and where we're going. This is not the time for partisanship, not the time for politics. Rally around the commander-in-chief. He's the wartime president. Let's win this war.
They're all playing the blame game. I was watching Sean Hannity last night interviewed the president, and the president said, look, to Governor Cuomo, he said, 30,000 ventilators, I would love to give you those, but some hospitals only have one. He said, you really need 30,000? If you do, we'll do our best. But he said, it's complicated. They're expensive to make. So I agree with you, Geraldo. I think it's not time to do the blame game. Take what you can get, and then we'll worry about the rest in the coming days. How equipped are we to take on this coronavirus? Because it's starting to spread and trickle through the country. We've been seeing it for weeks here in New York, but other states haven't taken it as seriously in some instances as we necessarily have here because they're just now starting to feel it. Are they equipped?
Amply equipped here in Cleveland. I almost feel guilty, Ainsley, being here in the relative safety in the shadow of the Cleveland Clinic and university hospital systems. They have geared it up because of social distancing and washing hands and blunting the hot spot in New York, and with not that much commerce and travel between Ohio and New York going on right now. We have been given time here in the Midwest to gear up. Now, it's a different story in Wayne County and Detroit. It's a hot spot. There's problems there. Chicago also much more dense than Cleveland. I think the president is right. County by county, there are different, levels of the exigent circumstance. Here we have ample beds right now. Obviously, we look to the future. I am delighted that the Mercy, the hospital ship will be docked at Pier 90 on the west side of Manhattan. 1,000 beds there for the non-corona patients. The government is gearing up, the federal government. Sometimes it's slow to get going, and sometimes it's very frustrating watching them. But now they're moving. Now they're moving in the right direction. I think that I don't want to give people false optimism, but it just seems to me that all the right moves are being taken, particularly when you have on the scientific side so many breakthroughs imminent, so many potential medications available. I think that we can, in the relative short term, see that we can turn this thing around.